Hi guys, PrinceofMacedon here, and I'm playing Europa Universalis Rome. And this is for all you people who keep wanting me to play campaign in Total War. Instead of playing Total War, I'm going to campaign in a completely different game. And of course I picked the Macedonians for my faction, but you can be these other people. Like for instance, you can be the Picts up in Britain, you can be the Seleucids in the east, you can be the Egyptians right next to them, the Carthaginians, the Numidians, the Romans, whoever you want to be. And this is set during the Pyrrhic Wars, so right to the south of me I have the Aetolian League. And during this time period, the Aetolian League was a very treacherous league because they did everything in their power to bring Macedon down. And one of the reasons why the Romans were so successful in conquering Greece is because the Aetolian League kept on screwing the Macedonians over. So one of my first objectives in this campaign is to slaughter the Aetolians, and also to align myself with Epirus. And 14 years later, you can see that I've occupied Aetolia, and if I could have burned it down, I would have. Oh, and also for good measure, I decided to occupy Sparta. Just because, historically speaking, the Spartans had a history of declaring war on Macedon and getting their butts kicked. So I decided just to put them under the spear of Macedon. But here's the situation in the known world here. We have Carthage and Rome, very big powers in the west, and then we have the Seleucids and the Egyptians to the east. And I'm just Macedon, and I'm trying to conquer Greece here. And right now I'm getting attacked by barbarians in the north. But I do plan to extend my borders. And right now I'm just building up my army. And I'm also defending my borders against these barbarians. Alright, right now, Epirus is asking me to honor my alliance with him and declare war on the Illyrians and the Dacians. And they're both to the north. The Illyrians are the purple ones on the map, and the Dacians are a little further north. So I'm going to give my armies the best generals in Macedon. And in order to get to Illyria faster, I'm going to ask for military access through Epirus, so that I can march my troops through their country. And this is a very good game, by the way. It's all played in real time. You can pause it if you want to, but that's kind of lame. So yeah, you can play it in real time, and also you can see that your troops take forever to get to their destination. Like, in order for my guys to get to Illyria, it's going to be a few weeks. But that makes it really nice, I think. And that's the King of Epirus. King Pyrrhus, you guys might know of him. And my king, by the way, is a very sad Macedonian king. He is Ptolemy Keraunos. That is the guy I talk about in my Rome Total War videos. He's the one who got slaughtered by the Gauls in battle. And I wasn't too sad when I read about that. In any case, I am marching north to attack the Illyrians, and hopefully I can grab some territory from Macedon. But yeah, I got this game for like $5, and this is a really good purchase. It's a nice, relaxed game to play when I'm not playing my other Total War games. And you can see right there that your generals, they gain popularity whenever they win battles. And as I was saying earlier, it's a good idea to give your armies the best generals that you have, and that's indicated by the martial value on their stats. And the better your general, the more effective your troops will fight. Alright, you can see I just won a battle against the Illyrians, and that was in Scodra. So after I wiped out that army, I'm going to proceed to lay siege to Scodra. So it's really nice whenever you when you answer the call to arms from your allies, because typically when you declare war on another faction, then you will lose stability points. But when you accept the call to arms, then you don't lose anything. But there are exceptions to that rule where you lose stability. Sometimes you can declare war on another faction and you don't lose anything. It really depends on the situation. Alright, so I just won a devastating victory against the Illyrians, and now I'm going to force my peace on them. And with that peace, I have occupied Scodra. And it looks like Epirus was able to take Moesi from the Illyrians. Alright, I'm being attacked by barbarians in the north and in the south. I think in the south I'm being attacked by rebels. So I have to march my army down there in order to take out those rebels. Alright, so 1 year later, I am hovering around the Achaean League. They actually were allied with the Aetolian League at the beginning when I slaughtered the Aetolians, but I spared Achaea. But now I want to take them out. And Achaea, historically, they were pretty good friends with Macedon, but when the Romans came, they had no choice but to align themselves with the Romans. So they were very reluctant enemies of Macedon. But still, I don't forget my history, and I'm going to conquer the Achaeans, and I'm going to teach them a lesson. And you can see the Achaeans have a province up north that used to be Illyrian territory. But when me and Epirus declared war on the Illyrians, the Achaean League also came in to help. So up north I have to defend myself against the Achaeans, but not just the Achaeans. I had no idea that Epirus was also allied with the Achaeans, so when I declared war on the Achaeans, Epirus decided to backstab me, and now I'm at war with Epirus and the Achaeans. So at this point in my campaign, I was having a lot of trouble, because up north my armies are being sandwiched by Epirus and the Achaeans, and down south I have that little rebel uprising. And look at all those different armies that Epirus is mobilizing against me. So I have to play my cards right in order to overcome my opponents here. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take over the Achaeans down south, and that is their home territory. So maybe by occupying the Achaeans' home territory, that'll force peace onto the Achaeans. And if I have peace with the Achaeans, that means Epirus has to follow suit. Alright, so we won the siege of Achaea. But you can see that Epirus is moving its troops onto my homeland. So I wasn't too happy about that. Now look at Epirus. They have troops all over my country. And up north, my armies have evaporated. So all I have are my southern holdings right now. And I have 2 armies down south, and one of them just lost a battle against Epirus. So I'm having some very bad luck at the moment. Luckily, I just won a battle against some peasants in the south, but peasants aren't really hard to beat. And up north, I have 1 army up there. So I'm still getting my butt kicked right now against Epirus and the Achaeans. You can see now that I've occupied Achaea, so that's a good sign, and I've also driven out one of the armies of Epirus. So I have 2 armies in the south, and I'm going to drive them both north, and I'm just going to clean out these troops from Epirus. Well, that's my plan anyways. Not sure if it'll actually happen, but we shall see. My first drive is going to go right through Epirus, and I want to pretty much occupy Epirus and teach these guys a lesson. Oh, by the way, that guy screaming a minute ago, that was one of my researchers perishing. And that happens a lot, like, sometimes your governors will die, or sometimes your researchers will die. You have to find someone to replace them, otherwise things won't get done. Anyways, my war against Epirus and the Achaeans is going better now. You can see I'm driving north. I have driven right into Epirus, now I'm going to lay siege to it. And I also want to clear these troops of Epirus from Macedon. And there's a barbarian uprising up there somewhere. But I'm pretty much saying screw the north right now. I'm going to concentrate in this central region of Greece, and I'll drive north and then hopefully liberate Scodra. Alright, so I'm trying to liberate Macedon right here. And sadly enough, my guys lost that battle in Macedon. So you can see my army is being driven back. But yeah, I will have my revenge on these guys. Alright, the Achaeans offered me peace, and I said no. And you see there's the blue lines over Epirus? That means they are occupied by Macedon. Of course, my opponent also has yellow lines over my northern territories, so he occupies my north right now. Alright, so the war between Macedon and Epirus still rages on. And you guys all know who King Pyrrhus was of Epirus, but do you guys know who Alexander of Epirus was? That was actually Olympias' brother. And in case you're wondering who Olympias was, that was Alexander the Great's mother. And while Alexander the Great was conquering the Persians, Alexander of Epirus was out in Italy conquering the Italians. Unfortunately, after a lot of battlefield successes, Alexander of Epirus finally fell victim to Italian treachery. He was actually backstabbed by one of his Italian allies. Alright, with that last message, you can see that I brought the war against Epirus and the Achaean League to a close, and I was able to take territory from Epirus. I actually took Talenti, so I came out of that war much better than where I started. Anyways, here's the situation in the known world. The Romans have expanded north of the Italian peninsula, so they're living up to their history. And one of my objectives in the future is to take over the Italian peninsula, but I can't do that until I have taken more territory for myself. And by taking more territory, that'll increase my manpower source. Alright, 89 years later, I have taken all of Greece, and I've taken a lot of Eastern Europe here. And I've gotten bigger, and I want to fight against these bigger powers now and expand Macedon.